78 of the Protocols of Zion here. Quote, "The recognition of our despot may also come before the destruction of the Constitution. The moment for this recognition will come when the peoples, utterly wearied by the irregularities and incompetence, a matter which we shall arrange for, of their rulers, will clamor." People getting frustrated by the incompetence of their rulers. Is that happening? Yeah. Was it planned? Well, here's being written about in 1903. So either you believe that this incompetent ruler that we have right now in America happened by chance, or that it's being done on purpose by whoever it was that wrote this book. But let's continue here. "But you yourselves perfectly well know that to produce the possibility of the expression of such wishes by all the nations, it is indispensable to trouble in all countries the people's relations with their governments, so as to utterly exhaust humanity with dissension, hatred, struggle, envy, and even by the use of torture, by starvation, by the inoculation of diseases, by want, so that the Goyim see no other," Goyim means common people, "so that the Goyim see no other issue than to take refuge in our complete sovereignty in money and in all else. But if we give the nations of the world a breathing space, the moment we long for is hardly likely ever to arrive." The analogy between the two forgeries is perfect. The secret assemblage in the forest of Borg-Fontaine, the plan of the conspirators to destroy the papacy and establish religious tolerance among all nations, the alleged plot against throne and altar, and the setting up of a world government in opposition to the Catholic Church. In other words, the Jesuits already wrote one called The Secrets of the Elders of Borg-Fontaine Against Jansenism. Before they came out with this book here, they already had another one that said basically the same thing. Very interesting. There is the same dramatization of the negative pole of the historic evolution of the world in order to bring out by contrast the positive Christian, quote-unquote Catholic pole, around which all conservative forces, the monarchy, the aristocracy, the army, the clergy, must gather to save the world from Satan's onslaught. In other words, thesis and antithesis and synthesis. That's one of the things, the Hegelian dialectic that the Jesuit order likes to use. Make an enemy so wicked and so vile and so evil that, we have to fight these liberals, these liberal Democrats. We can't stand them. Look what they're doing to this nation. They're burning cities down and nobody can stand against them. And look what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris they're doing all this horrible stuff and everything. And it doesn't matter if you're Protestant. It doesn't matter if you're Catholic. We all have to come together. You see what they're doing? And then they say, let's turn against the Jews. The Jews are the ones that are behind all this stuff. And yet you go into this book here, and he has quote after quote from this thing where these Jews are saying, oh, our one true enemy is that holy, wonderful Catholic Church. Yeah, right. And of course, understand when the Jesuits, when they talk about the Catholic Church, the Jesuits could care less about any kind of beliefs from Scripture or whatever else. They merely use the power and the money of the Catholic Church as for the temporal conquering of nations and everything else. The Jesuits, again, they were founded as a military order. Saint Ignatius de Loyola, and Ignatius is, by the way, you would say it in Spanish. That's why I say Ignatius. People say it's Ignatius. Well, if you're American, yes, Ignatius, but Ignatius, A-E-O-U, Spanish vowels, Ignatius. So, I know James White had an issue with that. When I said Ignatius, he said, "Oh, it's Ignatius." When he was reviewing my one video, but Ignatius is the right way. Just to clear that up. But the whole point is the Jesuits are there to get things done through the temporal. Right? That's what they do. So if you want to bring all nations under subjection, well, then you come out and you say these are the things we're going to do, but you spin it and say it's the Jews that are behind it. You see? And here, this former Catholic priest comes out and he says, they already tried this before. Right? So don't believe what you're hearing from these anti-Jew people, these fascist papists, basically, replacement theology people, synagogue of Satan. They come out and they attack the Jews and say, the Jews are behind all this world stuff. It's the Jew world order and all this other nonsense. It's stupid. The Jews are not more powerful than the Jesuits in particular, and especially not more powerful than the Catholic Church.
Ready?